Hello, everyone, and welcome back to You Have to Wear Something. I'm still your illustrious host, Nicole, and it's another great day because we have another great guest. We have John Nichols here, also known as LaJethroJenkins
For
of the
sure.
Miss Jenkins and Jonez podcast. But he
Yeah.
is multifaceted, and we're going to get into all of that because he is also the founder of 12 on Mondays, a Black owned golf brand. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate you. You saying all that stuff make me sound good. I feel good, man. Like,
Yeah. Listen,
yeah, yeah.
we're talking about a decade of podcasting. We're
Hmm.
talking about over 700 plus episodes. I thought I was doing a little something, having over 150.
That's
Hollering,
crazy. I didn't even know all that. That's crazy. But yeah, congrats on that too. That's
yeah,
not that's not an
right.
easy feat. That's not an
Yeah.
easy feat. You know what I mean?
Well, I'd like to shout out to the fiance Jeremy for
For
introducing
sure.
us. He's was an avid Black Twitter, RIP, right? Are you
R.I.P.
are you still
I'll be on Twitter, but I don't be on it. I don't
okay?
be on. I hop on there so often on some humbug. I'm not really cool. I don't like what's going on over there. The vibes all the way off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
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 yeah. I had
yeah.
two kids too now. In the last 3 years, I had two kids. So last 3.5 years, I had two kids. So my life changed. I don't got no time for it like that. Yeah,
Yeah, no, and like Dragonfly Jones, I mean, he's
that's
like
my
a legend on there too. He's so funny. You both are so
yeah.
funny.
That dude,
And
man,
the
he's something
culture, we
different.
have a little inside jokes,
For
so
sure, for sure. It ain't the
um
same anymore though, man. A lot of the good people done shook. You know what I mean? Understandably so, but ain't the same. But it was it was great while it lasted.
yeah, no, I know. I'm like, I feel like I got on there late and then I saw how avid like Jeremy was on there and it was like a little club and how you actually make
Cracking.
I've never made actual friends through social media.
Yeah.
So that's like dope. And then you have another show tell me about the mayor of Long Beach.
Oh, you
Uh,
talk about Gardabasio. He's on Jenkins and Jones.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Gardabasio.
Same
Yeah,
podcast.
what happened was me and Tyler met in 2009 on Twitter. We was
Okay.
like we was joking on our laughing instead of crying type situation. We was talking about your family that's really hooked on drugs when they start putting it in their veins. Like we was just cracking a few jokes. We was like I said, laughing instead of crying situation.
So
Yeah, relating about our sadness, but making jokes out of it. And then we created a pod. We got real close. We would go to South by Southwest, kick it, all that. Created a
yeah,
pod, and then like we had Mike on one time to talk about actually, Mike. We were asking like, are there any people that had dads that came out after they were born? And
mm-hmm.
Mike's dad had. So he was a real big fan of the Tyler and real big fan of the pod. So we he hopped on, and then we really liked how he moved, and so we had him hop on again, and we was like, "Yo, bro, you want to be on the pod?" Like, so we liked the energy he brought, and like, I mean, me and Tyler, we was kind of, first of all, we like he's a family man, so he had a particular way of moving. So like me and Tyler was wild. We take the whole summer off. Like we
Yeah.
would take the whole summer off pod, and like we outside. We're like, we caught talking on the phone. We be like, that'd have been a great pod. Fuck it. And then we go, yes. And Jay wouldn't record though. So yeah, that type of. So yeah, he brought some. He brought like I think me and Tyler were just homies talking. And having Mike, he kind of made it a show. We just
Yeah.
ran out of topics and things like that.
You want to talk about
Yeah.
everything. I definitely have seen a bunch of episodes and I
Okay.
really
Cool.
love
Cool.
the antithesis to like the manosphere. Like you guys really speak
Yeah,
about
bro.
topics from a more thoughtful, logical, and just empathetic space, which is
For sure.
usually, there's all this like, should men have microphones or podcasts? They're like, no,
Yeah.
hell no,
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree. When people will make fun, like all men should men should now take the microphones from men. I'll be laughing like, yeah, most of us out here spitting BS. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I think a lot of the stuff I think we can talk about it if we want to get into it
Yeah,
later.
we
But
don't
yeah,
get into
yeah, yeah, for
details, but
sure,
yeah,
for sure.
but no,
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I just appreciated your vibe and insight. And then, like the way I figured out about the golf thing, like Jeremy's an avid golfer and he's a
yeah,
black man. And
yeah.
it's
I need to
like
play
you
with
know
him.
Tyler and the wave and all of that. And
Yeah,
then honestly, it's picked up dramatically for like not
Totally
just
different.
Black people, but for women, for people of color.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not just this, it's still an elite thing. But you know, it's like Paul Mooney said, like, you let us in, we're gonna take your shit over, like your
For
tennis,
sure.
your F1, your all of
For
that, and
sure.
golf as well.
Yeah.
You know, even though, you know, Tiger is Tiger, right? He's, you know,
Mm-hmm.
his representation has been a little iffy. But he did
Yeah.
it, and
Combination is what he said. That
yeah,
was
Cobbler
he
Asian.
lost us there. Yeah, yeah. Come
You
on.
know, his
Yeah.
narrative got lost in the sauce, but he did that. And man, it's so many like golf brands now, and I want to just learn a little bit about like St. Louis and
Mm-hmm.
Jefferson Park and Boys
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
Park, and I know that's what the name is about. So
Yeah.
maybe start
Yeah.
there. Tell us about that.
Well, St. Louis is that's home. And I left St. Louis kind of early when I was younger. But I would go back in the summers. And so like it was all like we moved a lot. My mom, like she was always like, you know how people would wait to get a promotion in a city or in that job. She
Yeah,
was like, yo, we just gonna move. Like, you know, she was, you know,
yeah,
she was really it was really good dope seeing like my mom was like a superhero to me. She was just always really uh focused and really she had like these particular goals. Like she was always opening little side business and stuff like that, very entrepreneurial, very career oriented. And so she was never just my mom. She was like the she showed me how to hustle.
yeah,
Actually, when I graduated, the first thing she said was congratulations. The second thing she said was, now we're gonna see what your hustle really like. Like that's my mom. Like she one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? So we was moving a lot, and but I would go back every summer, and then when it was time to go to college, started with somewhere else and went back home to St. Louis and finished in St. Louis, and then stayed there for like damn near 20 years. It was you know, St. Louis is it's always been home. It's my favorite city in the world, my favorite people in the world, and it's just my favorite place in the world is actually Forest Park. That's where, and Forest Park has 3 9-hole golf courses. People usually,
okay,
you know, play like it's they're 9 holes, but people will play them like they're 18. So you play like two
got
separate
it.
9-hole courses. You know what I mean? And so yeah, when I was in the when I never played golf in St. Louis. St. Louis is a very segregated city. And
Yeah, I'm from
so
Chicago, so the Midwest
oh, you know what time it
segregation.
is? Midwest, Detroit, Chicago,
Yeah,
most
it's
segregated cities in the
like
nation you'll find in the
or
Midwest.
something. It's the
For
same
sure.
shit, you know,
For sure.
like
It's that great
Chicago.
migration.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep.
So I totally get the layout.
Yeah, so that's exactly where I was in St. Louis, like very segregated. And I didn't really, my grandmother played golf when I was younger, and I learned how to hit the ball playing with her. She got me like some lessons when I was younger, visiting in the summer. I got like it was like 2 weeks of like group lessons, something really, but it like taught me how to hit the ball, hit the ball a little bit. And
Yeah.
so during the pandemic, my homie Brad, who's like popping in the game right now, he hit me up. He was like, "Yo, you want to come out and play?" And I'm like, all right, I guess." And my grandmother bought me some clubs when I graduated. So my mom was like, "We're gonna see what your hustle really like." My grandmother bought me some clubs, and
Man, clubs
when
as a that's a gift.
yeah, yeah,
There.
but there was like some used left-handed clubs. You know what I'm saying? So, but they was like great clubs. You know, like beginners clubs. You know what I mean? Some
Of course.
Callaways actually. So they sat in my closet for like 12 years, something like that, 15, 12 to 14 years anyway. I never touched them. So during the pandemic, I picked them up and played, and I really loved it. And I was like, you know, I wish my homies was out here with me. I wish all the homies was out here playing golf with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I was like, maybe I should start I was like, I hated the golf clothes that we had to wear. So I was like, maybe I start a golf brand. But then instead of that, I just started wearing my regular clothes out there, and nobody ever said anything. Like people were like, people that have been playing for years are like, my homies were like, yo, they let you wear them sweats? I'm like, yeah. I just pulled up with sweats. I'm like, all right, cool.
It's
So
not the
yeah,
Wilshire Country Club. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I played Wilshire too, and I wore a hoodie while playing. It was
Hey,
all Gucci. You feel me? So like,
right,
you feel me?
exactly.
Pulled up in a hoodie and some switch pants and some
That's the
Jordans.
full
You know,
inclusion, right?
you feel me? I think I had Air Max 97s on anyway, but it was golf shoes. But anyway,
Right.
regardless of that. So yeah, it was all good. And then I was like, how do I get my homies to come out here? And I was like, maybe I can build a brand. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, and like do something that because just being cool clothes wasn't enough. I'm like, maybe I can build something that'll get people to come out here. You know what I mean? Highlighting golf. And so yeah, so I decided to build 12 on Mondays, and I didn't really. What made me my one of my good friends in the game of golf, Laz, he told me he gave me this book. It was called Boys in the Park, and it was about Forest Park. And like I said, Forest Park was my favorite place within my favorite city. And when
Yes.
I brought my wife to St. Louis to visit my family, I brought her to Forest Park first, and I said, I introduced Forest Park. This is the center of my universe. It is my, like, every time I go to Forest Park, at the top of our hill, I look down, I get emotional. Like, so much happened in my life at our hill. Like, so much contemplating. I would read, I'd work out at Forest Park. If I was in a creative mood, I'd draw. I would learn how to use a camera. I would take pictures of Forest Park. It was just like my place where I'd go for multiple different things, but generally a lot of times when I was kind of lost and I was like looking for some type of answers, and so I just lay at Forest Park on the top of our hill, look up to the sky and think until I processed and got through whatever I was trying to figure out, you know what I mean? Or felt like I had got some type of answer. Anyway, so Forest Park, when they talked about the boys in the park and how there was like a group of people that went and they integrated Forest Park in the early 1920s, then went and played, and they could only play from sun up till noon. And at noon, a bell would ring and all the black people have to leave. It didn't matter where you were at in your round, how good you were playing, nothing.
Bill.
And they built a whole community. And they started their own golf club called Parliament. It's not Parliament. What's Paramount Golf Club?
Okay.
And people from all over would go and visit. And so
Wow.
I was like, that's when I was like, maybe I could start a brand that called 12 on Mondays, because they're, that can kind of build a community like that. Cause I just like, I only want to play with the homies, man. Like, I know a lot of people, I met a lot of good people through golf, you feel me? But I want the people who I've been with forever. Like, I got friends I've known for 20 plus years. I want them out there with me too and experience that time. And so we could get time to like kind of, golf is like recess to me. And I want, it's like when we were sitting on the, or like when we were sitting on the driveway and just hanging with the homies in summers and stuff, like shooting around, talking, contemplating things,
Yeah. And
drinking our
all.
little Nest tea, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, high seas and stuff. It brings
Yes.
me back. It feels like that to me, and I want to continue that with the homies. And so I was like, this is a good way to do it, to bring a brand. And also, that's why the people I used in the shoot weren't just people that played golf. It was my friends. All of them were my friends. Some of them I'm known for 20 years. So
Yeah, I
most
saw
of them I know
that.
for
I
20
was
years.
like,
Yeah.
and then you have some interesting names for some of the pieces that I
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah. Yeah.
I know they have deeper meaning, like 12 on Mondays. So, um,
Yeah.
can you share some of the names
Yeah.
of World
Yeah.
Top has a certain name?
Yeah, yeah. Keep your feet off keep your feet off the good furniture. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, yeah, yeah. Keep your feet like that. I mean, to me, like in my grandmother's house, she has a floral print. She had grown up there, a floral print couch. You know what I mean? And every house there was that. You know what I mean? With the
Yes.
plastic over it. And I remember like, sitting around eating in the living room and like all that floral black background is like we all remember stuff, that in living rooms and stuff like that. So like the living room was where like Thanksgiving we had all these memories and and broke bread and even when I was younger I couldn't be in the conversations but I'd be peeping and learning about the people in my family and stuff like that, or like it just had so much memories in those spaces, those shared
Yeah.
spaces. So I wanted to feel like we created a space where we want to feel like home, that feels like you belong, and I think that was like those like that's like those shared experiences that we all remember growing up in an OG's house or our elder's house, with those floral pieces where like that's the good furniture where like it was a big moment like a graduation, a holiday, a birthday, where you
Mhm.
might be able to stay in there, but you had to move real smooth because that was a good furniture. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah. And I saw that. I mean, it's really intentional to have people have people that look like you in the
for
shoots.
sure.
And golf is just every year I just feel like it's cooler and cooler. Like they're saying like it's up like 25% for Black people, and this is the
Yeah.
most women golfing ever. And then there's on course and off course. Like, are you like a top golfer as well? They're saying off course golfing, like
Going crazy.
half
Yeah.
of it is like
Yeah.
non-white, people. So it's a movement for sure.
For sure. I've never really been in a top golf. Like if I go to play top golf, I'm probably bringing my clubs with me. Like I'm dead
Yeah, Jeremy does
serious. I
that.
mean,
He brings it
yeah. So
back it up with
yeah,
he's like, I'm bringing my own clubs. And I'm
for sure. I got them fitted for me. I'm not out here swinging these other clubs anyway. I
yeah,
get it. We the same.
it's
So
very
like, but
personal.
for sure, for sure. But
Yeah.
I'd like being on the course. The course, we out surrounded by nature. I'm getting vitamin D.
Mhm.
Um, um, what's Schoolboy Q? He was really like vocal about his experience in golf and what it's done for his mental health. And he was just telling, like,
Mhm.
he would be inside playing video games and be depressed, smoking. He's like, I'm gonna do the exact same stuff inside, outside. That's what he does with golf. Like he just goes out there. You might have a couple of drinks, smoke a little something, chilling with the homies, and it's just like that outdoors changes everything. He's being active, he's
He
moving
does.
his body,
Fresh air, touch
like
grass.
touch grass. That's really like my therapist. When I first, got therapy, she was like, take them socks off, put your feet in the grass, grounding,
Yeah,
connect yourself with your
yeah.
surroundings. You know what I
Men
mean?
are good for the
So,
socks and the sandals. I don't want
oh, for sure.
no feet
I
on the
don't even.
grass.
I just started putting my toes out. I'm like, forget it. They ugly. I don't care.
Everyone eventually. You
I,
gotta
I play
actually
back.
grass.
Yeah, I'm actually putting my feet in the grass now. I think the experience is worth it. But yeah, I just feel like being outside, connected with the homies,
Yeah.
homegirls, whatever. It's a beautiful experience. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah. We try to just kind of build that space
Do
up.
you do you play 9 holes? You play 18? And
Oh,
I don't know what it means, but like, what's your
yeah,
handicap? Like, do you
for
keep
sure.
track of all of that?
I mean, at first I didn't. Like, I would just when we first started playing, and that's why like I wanted to create like a space like this because it was vibes. We were just
Yeah.
kicking it. So like I never even kept my score. Then I started doing like working with this other golf company. They wanted on my handicap, so I was like, I don't really keep score like that. So guys, just start keeping your score, see what your handicap is. I'm a 12, and I didn't know that was good. Like there's people been playing for 20 years. There's a 24 that have been
No.
25 handicap. I'm trying to get it to a single digit. So like basically it's like 12 is like I generally will shoot 12 above whatever par is.
Got it.
So that's kind of how the handicap works. But there's stuff I don't really understand as well. But it's like I think that's the general idea. And so
Yeah.
I want to get to a single digit. I would love to get to scratch, but that's gonna take some time. But with scratch it's just like you shooting par. But yeah, like I keep my score, but I want people like come out. You don't gotta keep no score. You ain't gotta do none of that. Just come out, have fun. If you bad, just play fast. You ain't gotta be good. You just
Yeah.
vibing out. You know what I'm saying?
Now the golf is in my algorithm. You know how that happens. All this golf shit comes up now that
Yeah,
I'm on
yeah,
IG and
right.
gadgets, and I'm like, I'm not even there. I still have
The fits
plastic
be fire too. You can get you a
on
nice
my
fit
stick.
off too.
Okay, thank you. And Jerry bought them, so like, thanks, hon, for
Yeah,
the
you need to get out
there's
there with them,
plastic on them.
man.
So I need to get
You
out.
have any lessons? Have you had any lessons?
He's the teacher. Yeah, I want him
Okay,
to. I want him to kind of, do like a Serena and Venus, like get me as far as I can, and then, I could move on to somebody
for
better. But
sure,
the
for
basics,
sure.
like he can handle it. But our
Okay,
division is good for like a couple as you get older to go out there and play and walk and bond and get some fresh
you
air
feel
and
me?
also do a little exercise
You
together.
feel me?
So I think that's what made me. I was never a fan of golf, but I'm a fan of that. But like you said,
Right.
the clearing of the head, the connection, whether it's with friends or with your mate or whatever. So
Yeah.
that I really loved. And then of course I was like, wait a minute, like, you get a little influenced by all the people online who are learning, who are getting something out of it. Black
Mm-hmm.
women, there's like in Black women golf influencers. I was like, wait, hold up.
Hell yeah. There's black women golf clubs.
Oh
You
wow.
feel what I'm saying? You feel what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So you could be with your people on some really vibe. You know what I mean? Like yeah. So like that's what I thought. I thought I had to be out there with some squares and like
With the
try to
sweatshirt
be
on and the
yeah,
moisture
yeah.
the like the
You
little painting material.
yeah, I like hella colors on. Like, I mean, I ain't mad at colors, but I ain't trying to wear no wow. You know, that's
The
doesn't
prints
look.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of the prints like the floral shirt is a print, but it's thoughtful. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah, it connects
just
to you.
not
Like you're telling it's your narrative. So
for sure, for
yeah.
sure. So like, I thought I had to get out there and be around that, but no, I'm just with the homies. Like, and so like, that's I want people to understand that you create your experience out there. You
Yeah, you don't have
create
to
your experience.
like
You're not,
assimilate.
you know what
I
I'm
think people
saying?
very focused on assimilation and
Mm-hmm.
sounding like them, acting like them,
I ain't with none of that
wanting to be
assimilating
accepted in the
nothing.
club
Right,
and
right,
all of
right.
that kind of stuff, and it's just not
Yeah.
necessary.
I'm off all of that. I'm 42. I'm not trying to do none of that. You feel me?
Yeah,
I'm me. I like being me, and I'm leaning
yes,
into me. If you don't like me, that's on you. That ain't even my business. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
like, I just try to be around people that are going. We can kick it together and vibe together. And that's especially around the golf. Like, I've only actually what's crazy. I played with a lot of different people and I met people through golf. And so I've only had one round where I was like, I never want to see this dude ever again. You know what I'm saying? All white dude. I'm like, you just weird, bro. You just a weird guy.
yeah.
I
Somebody
don't need to be around you anymore.
for no reason.
For
I was
sure. You
watching
taking
this.
this,
Yeah,
yeah. He taking it way too serious. I'm off
yeah,
that.
yeah. That's what I'm saying
Yeah.
about the rules and stuff like that. Yeah, or like I don't know. I was watching this younger guy. You probably seen him in like it's kind of like a viral video where the guy's like, he's like, well, if I had that athleticism, he hits the
Oh,
ball and he wears his
you
sweats.
talking about D1 golf.
Yes.
D1 golf, and the dude said, I'd hit it so and so too.
Yeah,
That's a
like
microaggression. Keep
women.
that. You trying to minimize them. Keep that. You feel me? That's
Yeah.
nasty. Don't want to be around it.
And then
All right.
and then people are commenting like kind of getting into like the under layers of like the racial part of it, like
Mm-hmm.
athleticism, or it's like we're good at everything, not just like physical shit.
You
But
feel me? You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like, yeah, yeah. Come on now.
don't
You
be
look
a
at all the inventions. Yeah, come on, bro. Yeah, we just blessed. Let us be blessed, bro. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Soak it
Mind
in.
your
Be
business.
thankful. Be grateful. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like instead of hating, it ain't gotta be that way. Fuck you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I do have an interesting question. I went back a little bit. Tell me about Thug Friends, Titties,
Oh
and Carrot Cake.
wow.
I was like,
Yo.
what is
Crazy.
going
Okay.
on? And whatever's going
So
on, I like it.
okay, for sure. So this before Tyler created all that, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna tell you what I was dating. I was with my lady at the time. We was at my grandmother's house eating carrot cake. And
Okay.
so her mom was talking to my grandmother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rapping or whatever. We was in the kitchen, they was in the back room
Yeah.
rapping. So she carrot cake look up and she's flashing me. I mean like my mid-20s. And I said, this is the best moment of my life. I'm gonna write a song about it. Just joking. And
Yeah.
then I tweeted it. People were like, write a song. I'm like, I might. Don't dare me. I had like I had a web. I'd been doing blogging and stuff, writing it already.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
like, I got.
or blogger or whatever.
Yeah, we was just writing. He was just share. I mean, it was getting good numbers for that time. You know what I mean? Like people was messing with it. I dropped some, or me or Tyler, because I was doing it with Tyler. Tyler would drop some, and it changed our timeline. Like everybody would start talking about it. Just give people something to talk about. Anyway, so I was like, I'll write a song. Forget it. So wrote a song with my homegirl. We was always connected with like music people. Like my homegirl,
Yeah.
she was part of a group called Made Monarchs that was like throwing parties and helping like was real in the music scene. And I was just we was always together. They're like my best friends. We still have a group chat where we all talk to this day. The group chat been going for I don't know 15 something years. Maybe
Yeah. I've
one
got
anyway.
those.
You feel something crazy,
Yeah. So she called.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me? So like we all stay in touch. We all over the nation, but we stay in touch. And so like we was like, yo, let's start a I said, do you want to start a rap group called Thug Friends? And she was like, yeah. My homegirl Jonna. And so like we wrote the song Titties and Carrot Cake. And we shot a video for it. My homie Skip shot it. That's how I learned how to edit. That's how I learned how to approach like to think through projects and stuff. Was create. That was the first thing I've ever edited. was Titties and Carrot Cake, and it went viral. It was on Tosh.0, Source Magazine,
Man.
Huffington Comedy, like all this stuff. And so like it was just people thought it was real. Like we made a mixtape. We had a
Yeah.
Big Chris DJ was what hosted the mixtape.
There was
He
there was
mixed it
legit
too.
bars in there, and it was giving me like early days awkward black girl. It was
Yeah.
reminding me of Issa, even the way she sounded.
Issa was a fan. She actually was a
Okay.
fan. Her best friend, or one of her really good friends, during one of her birthdays, before her show started, like this before Insecure. I think it was after the first year of Insecure. I think hit us up. I'm still cool with him. I still text with him sometimes, but hit us up in order to give her a happy birthday because they was fucking with her and them during college. Would listen to Titties and Carrot Cake and like was like rapping those lyrics. It's crazy. Small world, man.
I love it. They always say, like you said, like be yourself so your people can find you.
You feel what I'm saying?
Be yourself
Yes,
because you're not out there. You're not in any situation trying to be anyone else and assimilate, and that's worked out for you, and it
I
works out for everyone else. Just be yourself,
for
And
sure. I feel
it,
like I've made sure to create spaces that I could be myself. You feel me? And I've created content where I could be myself as well. And so that's helped me even with the jobs I've gotten, moving out here, all that stuff.
yeah,
Was just me being myself on camera. And you know, I mean, you're your own. I mean, people is cliche, but you're the only you. You know what I'm saying? You can monopolize yourself. You feel me? So lean into that, and it's really been beneficial to me. But I don't think you have to assimilate to in order to. You have to. I mean, I am a maniac when it comes to editing stuff and creative stuff. Like I put it's almost like I'm obsessed with things. It's just my
you
wife
have
thinks
to do this drudgery. Like I try to make
yeah,
like reels and shit, and I know I have the intelligence to do it. It's more about like the desire. I'm like,
the desire.
not for like 100 of y'all to see it, and I worked on that for 5 hours because I
But
speak
that's
about for like
yeah,
fashion in an in-depth way.
yeah.
So I went to school with the idea. I'm a journalist actually by education.
Oh,
I was
fire.
like, I was going to be like Anna Wintour until I found out that those were elite,
Mm-hmm.
internships for people who can afford Soho House and
Right. All of that
for
extras.
2-3 years and wear the clothes and wear the makeup and the heels wasn't going to happen. So here we are. But the internet, like you and I, cracked it open. We could do our
For
own thing,
sure.
be
For sure.
ourselves. But man, you got to be obsessed to get
Do
it.
it though. Do it. Do it. Do it. My
Yeah.
my brother-in-law, he wanted to be a social media influencer. His name is Trey. You maybe should talk with him too. His name is Trey Bryant. He has like millions of followers through TikTok, Instagram, all of that. You feel me? And
Yeah.
I remember when he first talked about doing it, and he wasn't getting the views, he wanted all that, but he stayed consistent, and he just did not
Mhm.
let that bother him. That man, he's making my sister's a doctor, and he makes more money than her.
Damn.
You
Damn.
feel
That
me? So like
has happened. He just kind of
he
slow and
just
steady.
kept grinding, and it didn't take
Yeah.
as long as you think it would take. You know what I mean? He was just consistent, and like Kevin on stage told me, he said,
He's so funny. He's a trip.
so funny, and he's super talented. But he
Yeah.
said he was like, I'm not the funniest person in the world. I'm not the most talented person in the world. But he was like, he's consistent, and I think he's one of the funniest people in the world. I think he's one of the most talented. He just may be humble, but that's what he says. And he's like, he wouldn't trip off. He said, all these videos are gonna be perfect. I'm not gonna get caught up in like what other people say. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just keep making them. And he's like, yo, it's like it's helping him build his following. Now he has his own studio. He's operating totally different from
Oh,
people
like
like
prime
him.
time and
Oh, bro,
pretty clean humor. You know what I mean? Like there's people who,
yes, it's clean. It's clean. Like he
yeah,
doesn't curse when it's not like he'll talk about sex, but that's not clean. You know what I mean? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
He's not
Yeah,
like
like it's life. It's life.
overtly cussing all the,
Yeah,
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 he's funny without all
yeah.
that.
With all that extra stuff. But he talked about like creating and how in this day and age, timeliness timeliness can be better than perfection. So
Mm.
getting it out earlier can be better than perfecting it, you know? And I think that's a good lesson too. Like I want to get out in the world and make things and look and feel a particular way. But I also see people making shit shake off their phone. I want the Ari Mini Alexa, you know, with the
Yeah.
Zeiss lens, and I want to create a film, a social media
Right.
film. You know what I mean? But also, you can mix that in with the
Yeah.
reel that I shot with my face camera on my phone. You know what I mean? My selfie camera, like. And and I have to figure that out. But seeing that has shown me that like you don't need all that. I know Trey didn't have all that when he first started off. You know what I mean? And now he has people that
Look,
he's hiring to shoot
really,
for him.
like people like if when it's too perfect, like the perfect grid and all of that. Most of the
Mm-hmm.
people that kind of I think about like Tabitha Brown, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
she just kind of in the dark saying a thing, talking her
It feels
shit.
real. It's
It
relatable.
feels really
It's
real. Like
human. It's
we're
like a
talking in the
human.
car, and fashion people just vain. They just are vain people. You
I
know.
think the thing is with me personally, maybe it could be vanity. I will not. I will not. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Say it's completely not. I just have the visions I have in my head on things. It ain't phone footage. It's
Hmm.
just the things that I have in my head is created. Maybe that's because I'm older and I came from a particular time period. But
Yeah.
I'm getting used to the phone stuff, and and we have some stuff we're working on. And as we drop that, I will mix in that stuff with the higher quality stuff because when running a business, that's one thing I've learned. You got to move in a sustainable way. Unless you live, I'm paying for this from my own pockets. I don't have
Yeah.
a machine behind me.
Like
Yeah.
you know, there's no little sizes. I looked for myself. So
They had a sale.
it
They had
like
they sold out.
yeah, it's
Oh,
like
okay, okay,
large is on there, and like
okay.
I love the socks and things like that. The drops, like what there seems to be no calendar or schedule with fashion
Yeah.
or even really any seasons. We're living in like
Mm-hmm.
a seasonless time. So what's it really like to like source and find out where it's made and get the design and get the product and then want to do another season? Like talk about that part.
I designed everything myself.
Okay.
I worked with a dude to help me with the finding like the factory with this cut and sew stuff and screen printing, obviously, like manufacturing. I designed everything myself, and that was just because I wanted this first one to look and feel a particular way, right? And
Yeah.
everything I want, I'm gonna have like I have a vision for it. Like I have visions for the future drops, right? But I realized like the way I was promoting and how I was running to run the business, I'm looking at like ALD and you know what I'm saying, all these other brands that have way more bread and way further along. Like, this isn't sustainable. So I had to sit down and look at the finances a lot and figure that side out and then get back to creative. So now we back on the creative stuff. And yeah, I mean like the first drop was like over a year ago. And so when this comes back, I'm like, how can I do something that's more sustainable? Build up that excitement again. I've just always had a knack for like creating moments online. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And garnering. I think the content, the stuff I create, I'm not the person that sees something and like, oh, I can make all this stuff comes from my personal like desires and story and all that. You know what I mean? It doesn't. I'm not pulling stuff from nowhere. Like these ideas are created from actual experiences and there's real stories behind it because that's the only way I think, as far as
Yeah,
when it comes to
it's super
creating.
personal, and that's what makes it stand out. I will say, if you make a dress, I will buy it. Like
Okay, for sure.
we just want one thing to put on and not have to worry about it. Like one
for,
thing.
for
If you
sure, for
make a
sure, for sure.
extra small to large dress, one
Yeah, yeah.
maybe in that floral print, grandma's print,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it will pop. That shit.
I
Yeah, no,
know I need to figure that
I'll get
out.
social media for that. I'll get my little
Okay, for sure. Hell yeah. You could be the
man,
influencer. I could
my new sticks. You
seed
know what I mean?
you.
Like
Yeah, there we go.
women just
There we
want
go.
easy. You know what I mean? So,
I get it. I get it. I get it.
but I
So
know
like, yeah, I
I
can.
understand that it is difficult. It is a challenge to when you're not trying to be a department store. You know, trying to be this big ass
Right.
man and be intentional and keep it sustainable and small. I understand that.
So like we and I try to make stuff that like a lot of women bought that floral shirt. You know what I mean? It
Mhm.
went crazy in it. And so
Yeah.
I was intentional in the branding also, like, and I try to create stuff that feels more it doesn't it feels like men and women could both wear, like unisex, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yes.
And that's also like I don't know, like the way I dress my daughter, you know what I mean? It's like we shop from whatever looks cute, boy or girl. You feel me? My
Yep.
son, if it look, you know, like if that shirt fired it. I mean, when I was a kid, like certain stickers. I remember when the Air Max in the '90s, women got the best colors in the late '90s. Y'all colorways was crazy. I remember like the Air Max Plus.
Well, I know
Y'all,
that's one of my favorite sneakers. That
yeah,
yeah, Jordans, all of that. Yeah, no, for real.
yeah. So y'all had some of the better colorways, and we was just like, I don't care if it's a woman's shoe. I'm put that thing on. That thing fire. You know what I'm saying? So like I kind of think like that a little bit. So but yeah, I just I want to create things that mean things to me. But now like I would have wanted the drop to come out a little earlier, obviously. But I wanted to get some things figured out before I started pushing again. So we got that figured out. So now we finna start turning up. But but yeah, it's like it's interesting. Like I got into this to create. I wanted to create stuff that looked and felt in a particular way, showing the abilities that I have, and then running a business is just not about creating though. And
No,
that's I had to learn that as well. You know what I mean?
and all kinds of shit, and a lot of certificates. And trust me, I know when it's tax time, I'll be like, oh no,
Ooh,
really
tax
don't
time
want to
trying to
do
beat me
this.
up. You feel me?
It be eating us up. I'm
They
like,
trying to beat
the
me
worst
up.
time of the
You,
year.
sheesh. I remember I would be happy as hell when tax time came. You know, and we live in
Mhm.
a city and we live in a state, God
Right,
bless, you know what I'm
right, you
saying?
know?
Where I live in LA. We live in Cali, you know,
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I'm in LA, yeah. So we live in a state where, you know, social services is are solid for good, you know what I mean? But I mean the tax time may be hurting, but I'm happy we helping some people out with that bread, you know what I mean? So um
And blue state vibes, like especially right now, like United States
need
of
that.
California is
You hear me? Let's pull a Texas. Let's talk about seceding. It's
the
a big ass state. It's most of the West Coast. You
old
know what I mean?
countries. We're good.
We're good. We're good. We can figure it out. You know what I mean?
Figure it out. Lots of land.
Cause what they got going on, we ain't You feel me? So none of
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But
No, I am. And I was. Is that the part that you don't like about it the most, the tax part, or is it the planning part? Because I know the creative part. You into that?
that's what feeds me. It's
Yes.
the business part. Also, it's like, trying to find people that are reliable to work with.
Mm-hmm.
That type of stuff. One thing I've done too is I've made sure the people I work with I've gotten paid, in some way as well. So I don't want people to do things for free. So it's like, because I don't want people to, if I'm building a business and my, based upon my ideas, is my business, and people just sign on to work, I want them to get something out of it. I don't want anybody to feel
Yeah.
like they helped me grow this, and then and so like I'm like, yo, I want you to get what close. I mean, what I could afford. You know what I mean? To help them with. But yeah, so it's just that type of stuff. I think, but the hardest part is just the hardest part for me has been actually in the creative part, because the business. I have a finance degree, so I like. Like I actually like those numbers and figuring that type of stuff out. You know what I mean? A little bit. Like I wouldn't want that to be my whole. I wouldn't have got into this for that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's really like the having to tone certain stuff down and move in a sustainable way. That's the hardest part, where it's like, all right, John, because I'll write a script and it might be, okay, this is a minute script. Cool, we can
Yeah.
knock this out, and I'm like, well, we could do this, we could do that, we could do that, and then before you know it, it's 5 minutes and it's a whole story. It's like, like there has to be certain times where I create content that doesn't need a whole crew and all of that, and I have to. That's been hard for me to accept and lean into, but we got to move in that way. You have to. The grid. It can't be. Everything is. I can't. The business can't continue and thrive if I'm creating like that. It's not responsible. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we figured out that. But also we figured out some partnerships too. We've done stuff with Callaway,
Nice.
Cobra. We're doing something with Garage Beer, the Kelsey brothers,
Oh,
joint. So
okay.
yeah, we're doing something with
They
them too. But they letting us be us.
read on them, but they cool off.
They cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They letting us be us. They like be y'all. We like what y'all doing. Like that's fun. Like,
Cool.
don't we ain't gotta change what y'all got going on for our brand. We want y'all to be y'all associated with us. You know what I mean? So
I
that's
love that
fire.
I know who they are. Shout out to Sports Ball Girly. Thank
Yeah,
you.
good
Cheerleading
job. Good
Leading
job. Good
Initiative.
job. For
Man, I know
sure.
who the Kelsey brothers are. I know
Yeah, yeah.
who Hamilton is.
Who is this? Who? Yeah, yeah. From F1.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I
He
know
gotta get
him from
back right.
fashion, but like the
He be
accolades are
getting it
insane.
off. The accolades are crazy, but them fits is crazy too. We
The
cannot
fits
pretend. He be going
insane.
up. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? So
yeah.
yeah.
You have a lot of company too. It's also, you cracked it open, but a lot of people did, like Trap Golf, East
Mm-hmm.
Side Golf,
Mm-hmm.
even like a little bit of Malbon. I think like
Mm-hmm.
one person's Filipino, something like they get
Something
some
like that.
some
Yeah,
benefits for being POC. You know what I
yeah.
mean? I think like
Yeah,
one
yeah. I
person's
think like Schoolboy Q, the people that are associated with it are cool with it and
yeah,
black. You know what
and
I
I
mean?
feel like
So
they get all the claps in there, and it's very
crazy.
cool.
It's cool. They're doing a good
What do
job. They're doing
you
a real good
what do
job.
you think about that? Are you feeling like you're getting it into the market before it's like overly saturated? Next thing you're gonna be and my pet peeve is everything being named melanated. Melanated golf clubs and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
melanated golfing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What do you think about your peers in the space?
I mean, I think they're all doing a good job. I'm a fan of all of them. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I love what they're doing. I love anybody that's growing the game for real. But the way I think about life, I mean, who's gonna be around in 10 years? You know what I mean? Like, I don't wanna like when Polo came around, there was a bunch of other brands that was cracking, that was creating lifestyle clothes prior to them. That story just Ralph figured out a way for that story to break through. And
Yes,
and it's been cracking for. I mean, Polo still go crazy in my household. You know what I mean? Like I'll
it's
still throw a polo on. It's forever. So I'm trying to create something like that. So I don't really worry as much about like I feel like if you move with intention, and this is what my life has showed me,
hmm
and from the right place and make good decisions, you'll get to where you're supposed to go. So like I'm not really into that competition stuff. Like I'm not really like I don't really feel like I gotta get in before them or I gotta do. I don't really feel that. I feel like if I keep bullshit and don't keep and push and be consistent about it, the time will pass. You know what I mean? But if I'm consistent and stuff, I think I can make it shake, and I think we can all get it. The people that want to, continue doing it can do it. But I think I move in intention. I move from a place of authenticity. I've always been a storyteller in the things I created, and I just feel like we'll be good if I just keep moving in the way I'm moving, and be like, but just now that I understand the sustainability part, all that. Once we do this first drop off. Then we can first this is what this next drop. Then we can move more consistently and start really building and be intentional on that side. You know what I'm saying? So at
yeah,
first I just wanted to like make a splash. Like
yeah.
I have a particular vision. This is the first time these people are going to see this. I want them to know that I'm dead serious. And
hmm
this is what we can. And so this is how we moving. This is what we're about. And so I did, but I spent a lot of bread, and I made good money. You know what I'm saying? But I about came out even. Like I really didn't. You know what I'm saying? I made the money I spent back, which is a blessing. But I really didn't make no profit. So I'm like, yo, I got kids. I gotta.
Yeah, I
We
feel
gotta move smooth. You feel me? I'm
yeah.
a dad. We got to move smooth. You know what I'm saying? So I had to start figuring it out. And once I got that figured out, got with my homie who I've known for since eighth grade, who does who's into finance and does investing and things like that. And we gonna work together to get it cracking. But also like have a build up a good partnership with some brands, and we gonna get it cracking. But I just had to figure that part out. But yeah, man, like I don't really look at it like I think the other brands are doing good stuff.
hmm
But I've never really thought like, um, some people were like, you have to get in, now is the time. Now is the time.
Yeah,
Now is always the time with ideas.
hurry up, crush your competition. And it's
Nah,
like,
that's not me.
you're just
That's
in
not
another
me.
lane, you know?
I
And
follow all these other people, but I feel like if you create from within what you create, like you said, the people, like you said, your people will find you.
mm-hmm.
When it comes to the algorithm of social media, I
Yes.
feel like people think like you have to crack the algorithm. No, put out your shit, and the algorithm will help you find your people. It's working. It's on your side. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? If you are moving in the way that's using best practices and moving in a way that's intentional, but like I don't look at like me trying to crack the algorithm and run it up because I think things that come fast leave fast, and also I think you need some learning. You need this. I've always moved kind of slow with stuff, and it was been a gradual growth for me in my life in general, where I had time, place I could make mistakes, and it wasn't big mistakes. Like if I had somebody, there was to keep it 1,000. Somebody was talking about investing in my brand
Mm-hmm.
before I'd already had
You become
it
your
all the way.
overlord.
Yeah, you feel me? And they was trying to throw in like I think the number was like 400K
mm-hmm.
into it, which would have been great. God, but also they wanted like half the business, and then and I might have tricked that money off moving in the way I was moving.
The timer starts with people like that.
Exactly. So now I have some learnings and
Mm-hmm.
I have some partnerships, can build slow. When it's time to get investments, I won't make the same mistakes I made before. I can move smooth. I knew a company that had a $5 million investment golf company, and I had done some work with them. In a year and a half, it went kaput. They
Mm.
tricked off 5 M's
Like
in a
Mad
year
Men.
and a half.
And you know,
Man, what happened? Man, they blew it.
Mad
Man was
Men.
Apple. That was Apple. We thought it was.
Oh my God. It was an apple of weed. And they literally tricked it off on like personal, vacays and cars and yachts
Because
and
they
shit.
thought that's the thing. So like for
Wall
me, it's
Street
like
went out with a bust. Like it closed one day. I was like, wait, what's going on
what happened to Mad Men? And they was taxing the hell out of us too. Like support your local drug dealer. You hear me?
here? You know what? And
They
the
was.
funny part is, I was like, I thought they were American. They were Canadian. I'm like, I didn't know Canadians were tricking off in business
You
as well.
feel me? I thought that's more responsible. You feel? It seemed like it at
It
least.
seemed like
That's
Canadians are more
crazy.
responsible when it comes to
Yeah,
it. I was like, damn, not Canadians. No,
crazy. I thought that was us. You know what I mean? But yeah,
no, it
that
was
was
us.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
but that company they tricked off that bread, and I was like, okay, I want to move slow. But it's
yeah,
like my homie calls it like you got to have a balance of creative and courting capital,
yeah,
where you're like, you have people going out handling the money side, and then you can handle the creative side, and y'all work together in a particular way. Because what happens is companies that go kaput doesn't mean it's a bad idea. They just didn't have the leash, not leash, but they didn't have the runway. You know what I mean? They had a shorter runway because they didn't have the money. So, or they spent too much and that shortened the runway. You know what I mean?
man. I'm telling you, man. Those I had a stint where I was doing like working with all startups, and it was like Series A, Series B, seed money, Series D, and you just could never catch up because the venture capital. They are really your bosses. They're like, you're supposed to meet X amount of numbers by this time. People always exaggerate that in the pitch and
Right.
deck.
You feel me? To get
And
the deal done,
soon as you take that check, that
you're
clock
responsible for
starts,
that. You know
and
what I
then
mean?
you go to work. It was a couple of them. I went to work one day, and they're like, "Yeah, we're out of runway. We're closing this week." I'm like, "Wait, what? Are you kidding me?" It was a membership group called Albright. I'll put them on blast. They're absolutely terrible. They're based in London.
Yeah, yeah,
Still a little bit of startup tea,
yeah.
and they have a building that they hired me to manage. I was doing kind of like female focused, some of those private, like the wing kind of.
Yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah,
women
yeah.
business entrepreneurs, And Albright had a building in WeHo, and it was like coming out of COVID. I had just did a similar kind of gig,
Yeah.
and I was just so happy. I was like, okay, out of COVID, it was slim pickings. I'm like, let
You
me
hear me?
let me do it. And it was still talk. They were like testing at the job. It was early, like 2021. People weren't sure about vaccines. And we had to wear a mask at work. And they were like, okay, everyone, because it's like someone had COVID. They were like, we're not gonna have you on board
Shot
yet.
down the
It
whole.
was like
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
time. And then
Yeah.
everyone was
That was
wearing
a
masks. They're
scary
like, if you
time.
don't keep on
Crazy.
wearing a mask, you start onboarding. Onboarded for 4 days. We had a call. It was our first time meeting the founders, two English chicks who were, I think, already rich. And it
Oh,
was our
I knew
first
they
time
tricked that
getting
off.
on the call. And I was like, man, I get to meet who I'm working for. And they're like, is everyone here? And we're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, it's just they were like, oh, we'll just hop to it then. It's just there's no easy way to say it. We're just going to be closing the building like effective immediately. But again,
What?
we appreciate everyone's hard work and leading up to this. And again, we're so sorry. And yeah, we're going to be winding. They always don't want you fired. Say that shit. Like, have the
You
courage.
are funny.
You
You are funny.
You are fired. You're fucking
Funny.
fired, bitch. Like, we're fired, you bitch. And she's
And just say it. Say
like,
it though. You feel-
right to straight away. We're going to be winding down the LA business. Because, we're trying to listen and read between the lines.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah, what's being said?
we're on
Keep
the
it a
call.
beat. Yeah.
But we're like,
Yeah.
are we like, and like she hung up. When I tell you, I think it was under 60 seconds.
Oh, really?
I think
The whole LA
it was
in
like
60 seconds, she just let everybody go.
and if you went to the building, it was nice. Like, so it had a restaurant
Yeah,
and
yeah.
rooftop.
They
And
was blowing all that money. They shouldn't even spending money like that. Be more responsible with that. You feel me?
man, they hung up. We were on the call, like everyone was like, "Are we?" It was
How
like,
many people were there?
I wasn't at the company long enough to even know how many coworkers I truly
How
had.
many people were at the building?
Man, at least 20.
And see, that's the thing. People be growing so fast trying to become these big companies. See, you gotta move smooth.
They was on
You
their
gotta
little home shit. What was girlfriend? Why are you poor? I forgot the little scammer. Chick. I forgot. Damn, what's her name? Anyway, she walked the runway. She had her ankle monitor on. The
yeah,
so her name's gonna come to me later. But like
yeah, yeah.
straight up lying to people, lying to the board, lying to HR. When I tell you, they sent me through the ringer on those interviews, and I worked there for 4 days.
Oh my God, bro. Did you even get a check yet? You
I got look.
oh, they gave you something. They gave you something. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, good. I'm gonna
yeah,
say
yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
had to hold you down in some way.
It's made 4 days of pay. It was severance, but
Okay, cool.
very small.
Still shady.
I had no tenure. I was literally fucking onboarding.
Yeah, right.
It was wild the way she laid everybody off and was skipping around it too on the call, and we literally thought it was like an all hands, like a.
Yeah, yeah. That's
And startups, I was like, I
startup
literally
life is crazy.
no
Startup life
more.
is
I can't.
crazy.
If the company has not been around, I will do that on the side because, like you say, you have friends who,
Mm-hmm.
are creatives. You want to pay them.
Mm-hmm.
Even if someone
Mm-hmm.
does my resume for me, I try to throw a couple of dollars because, like, I don't
For
like
sure.
the image of creatives. You know what I
For
mean? Their
sure.
work matters, and
Yeah.
like I was like, man, this next thing, I was like really careful. It made me move very differently because the startup, and then all of the we work and all of those,
Out of there.
started to crumble. And I'm like, it was now when they be at South by Southwest telling people how to raise their business. I'm like, do you know how to run your business?
Bro.
How much runway
Bro.
do you have while you're on stage preaching? But
I
don't
was
look
telling my
up to
mom
those
about
people,
this.
y'all.
You said what? You said what?
Don't look up to those people. People just had a good pitch and got the money, and it doesn't mean you're going to be
And
successful.
blew it. You feel me?
Yes.
I just feel like people have good ideas, but you got to get the right people around you. Like nobody wants to listen to the finance guy because they think he's crotchety and like over. No, you need to listen to the finance dude. Get you a business manager that can handle your business and your money. You feel me? Like you have to be really responsible. Like also, like even with this, I had a nice little savings, like a little chunk. You know what I'm saying? That
Gotcha.
money I blew through that. So I'm like, what the hell? Like not all of it, but you know what I'm saying, the money I designated to the business, I'm like,
Yes.
I'll take this out, I'll be good. You know what I'm saying? I'll be solid. You feel me? I'm like, the money, if you trying to build, it goes faster than you think. So you got to be real smooth about it. You feel me? So
They
it'll
don't
take time to build up the nest egg again. You feel
yeah.
me? Like, and all that. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, a lot of these I've learned from working with other companies. Also, my experiences where luckily I ain't get in the hole. I just came out even. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But yeah, it's like I've just learned from that. I'm like, the way I'm moving is not profitable. I have to move in a way that's profitable. How do I do that? Or if I'm gonna move and stay even, there has to be a strategy to get profitable. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to just do this for no reason business wise, and I want to build something that I can get to my kids, and like there's something from my heart that means something to me that I can get to my kids when I shake, and they could sell it or they could keep running it. Like, cause I ain't gonna always be here. So it's like something I want to build for them to have and
Yeah.
to live off of and can hold them down. So like that's why I say I look down the line when I'm looking to build, because like this is something I want to do and be able to pass on, and not just something I want to this cool I want to do for the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because it's golf is cracking. Like I want to play golf for the rest of my life. I want my daughter to be my golf buddy.
Senior
You know what I'm
Open.
saying? You
People
said
literally
what?
play until they drop. Them guys, they're the Senior Open. Those guys were liver
I'm
spotted up.
I'm trying to be 90 looking like a soggy potato out there playing golf. You feel me?
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to do. You feel me? And so like I want to. That's the type of sport it is too. Well, I've gotten my butt whooped by some old heads.
Yes.
Like some old heads that got up there and cooked me. They just know how to, and they play smooth and slow and steady. And I think that's something like that's how I'm trying to grow with the business too. The same way I want to that's the same way I want to play the game. It's like play it smooth. I was telling my homie about this. I said, check me out in 5 years.
Right.
Check me out in 5 years. After that, we gonna go 10. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like let's have those type of plans. Let's not try to run it up, get cracking, you know, like ASAP. Let's grow it in a way that makes sense for us and is responsible, and create a foundation that we could build off of. Because I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of these,
Thank you
yeah.
for everything you got.
Mm-hmm.
They do not care. I was even watching, like you said, ASAP Rocky's line, and I watching them like I remember Rihanna had a line Fenty for LVMH, and when it wasn't doing the numbers they wanted, they shut her, and she's Riri. So
You feel me?
you know,
Have you watched? There's like I can send this to you. There's like a YouTube channel that talks about the rise and fall or the rise and rise of certain brands, and it just breaks down what happened to certain brands. But one of the brands they talked about was Fenty and how it came and went, and how and a lot of it comes with like, you know, you try to scale so fast. You know what I mean? And she had all that money behind her.
makeup, cologne, perfume, like, and the hairline. No offense to her, girl, that hair.
Is weed?
No, the hairline. She launched it, but I was like, girl, where is the hair? Like, just because I'm a little bit on the sacred, like for Beyonce,
Yeah.
Beyonce shows her real hair is hella long, it's hella.
Yeah.
It just felt like
Like, okay, yeah. Beyonce,
we want
she know what she
her hair,
talking
girl,
about.
like so. Not sometimes it's a cash grab.
Yeah, for sure. Like Beyonce, she know what she talking about with that, because like you said, she showed, yeah.
Mama was a
Tracy Ellis Ross.
just, want. They had a successful salon. I just was like, not
Yeah.
everything is for girl. You made your Billy, like
You cool.
you
You know what I'm
good.
saying? Yeah. We ain't gotta get in stuff just to get in stuff. We know you ain't using. You know
Like
what I'm
nail
saying? Like,
polish next. It's like some of these things we are
we
at a
don't need. Yeah.
consumerism with Amazon. Like we don't need all of
Right.
the things, Like I'm
Right.
looking for where to get my dollars. I really honestly be looking at black stuff. Like
For
I
sure.
drive Jeremy crazy. I'll be like, is it a black restaurant? Okay, is it black?
Yeah.
Like I really do, because naturally the system works a little bit against you. You got to work a little bit
Facts.
harder.
Facts.
But I was thinking too, I interviewed a guy, it's called Mansfield Outpost. He's
Mm-hmm.
I would say like a black golf influencer, and he also has a brand, and they
Mm-hmm.
do like these
I need to check
wine
him out.
meetups in LA. I think they're like
Mm-hmm.
once a month. I haven't been to one yet because I feel like it's on days that I have to work. But
Yeah, yeah,
Mansfield Outpost, that was the first black guy attached to golf that I interviewed. And then
yeah.
since I even talked to him, just more and more
More people.
community culture has been coming out, and that could
I
be
love
a
it.
good he has people at his events, so that could be a good thing. I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
send it to you, and that could be a good thing
Oh, please
this
do.
next round, because
Yeah,
some people, like, some people, their event just always popping, and like you're like,
for
how did
sure.
you get all these people to your event?
Right, right,
Like if I have
right.
a birthday party, there's gonna be 5 people there, but like I'm like, how did you blend wine and golf? So there's a lot of community in like the marketing, and
Right. I
you,
think that's important. I think that's
yeah,
important. I think that's important. Um, I think like I feel like that, like I said, that's the reason I wanted to create the brand was like for community. So like we're doing stuff like free group golf lessons. We want to do
mm,
that. So we're trying to build that in there. So like people that want to learn, we'll have it monthly. We can get it sponsored by a brand. You pull up, get free group golf lessons. Bring your
I
homies.
definitely need
You
that
feel what
too.
I'm saying? Bring your friends, pull up. You ain't
Yeah,
gotta, it's all free. It's just out of the love, just to grow the game. You know what I mean? So I want to create those same because the vibe I played in my homie Brad, the vibe was like if you hit a bad ball, drop another one. Drop another one. There was nobody out there. As long as you ain't got somebody backed up behind you, drop another one, hit another one. Who cares? Don't keep score. Let's just have some fun. Learn how to play the game and
yeah,
enjoy
let it
yourself. Be
go.
out here
There's so much kind of seriousness, like you
for
feel like
sure.
be like competitive out there, and you don't. You just
Right, right, right.
don't.
Exactly. And also it taught me to be I'm competing against the course, not you. You know what I mean? Type shit. So like that's how I learned, and I want to create that space for others. So start with the driving range, then we go out and actually play. Because the driving range gets you more comfortable hitting the ball, but what's gonna hit you like addicted and not want to be out there with me is getting out there and playing. I remember like there was the 18th hole, it's a par four. I hit a drive that was the exact way I pictured it being. Drove the green, and it was like hitting the ball from hitting it from using your driver, hitting it all the way to the green. And I looked at in the air like, did I do that? And my next thought was, I'm gonna play this game forever. Before the ball even landed, so I'm always gonna play this game. And so it's just a particular feeling you get playing the game when you hit the ball the way you want. There's times where you feel like I hate this game, but you always get something that keeps you coming back. It's really interesting how golf is that way. But I want people to be out there with me feeling the same way, man. I think we all need that type of stuff. I think we still all need recess. We lost recipes. It's good to be outside and be with your friends and hanging and chilling. And I think I want everybody out there with me. So
Especially like during COVID, I feel like people realized that and got outside. And I think that's where that like pickleball also picked up during the
yeah,
COVID. People, there was nothing to do, and you wanted to be like safe and healthy, so you wanted to
yeah.
do stuff outside. So golf and all of that picked up.
Pickleball feels kind of anti-black to me though.
Tell me,
Only because they're changing basketball courts to pickleball courts. So they're
oh
going in places
no,
and removing courts and turning it into pickleball courts. And I'm like, who hang out at basketball courts? Hey, like
talk about what's forever. Basketball's
my
forever for Black
my
people.
my homie Gardabacio said that to me. I'm like, shut up. I was rolling my eyes, and he was like, I don't know, look at it. And so like, and then a lot
Right there, like
a
what's
lot a lot of people kept hitting me saying he said it on the pod, and a lot of people hit us saying, yeah, wait, they did replace a basketball court here. And then they would go to the gym, and a basketball in their gym, the basketball court would be used for pickleball. They were like, not. And it's like, what's and so like I don't know, bro. I feel like it's a underlying nastiness. They're gonna do a zeitgeist too and have that in the movie.
mm,
Yeah, I don't know.
let me tell you about us though. Listen, we'll crack open a crate and put it on that pole in the alley.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whatever they think they're doing, like
Right. Right.
We're
We
playing
gon' we gon' we
basketball
gonna get it in.
in the alley. So
You feel me? But I think they trying to. I don't really know, obviously, but
no,
like
but you
the
listen.
theory is
If
they
it feels
trying to move.
kind of
Yeah,
racist, it probably is. I mean, we
yeah.
tell gay people that too, though.
We're in America
Yeah, if it feels sexist or homophobic, it probably is. Your gut's
just
not lying to you, so
for
you probably
sure.
on to something with that. I have never played pickleball. I don't know
I'm
what's.
not. I thought it looked fun. Yeah,
You don't think it's fun? Did you try
I
it?
thought it looked fun. I thought it looked fun.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, I'm
But yeah,
barely
Gardy was. Yeah,
golf. I have to hurry up and catch up because Jeremy's like 10 years ahead of me, and I suck.
wait,
So
Jeremy's been playing golf for 10 years.
Jeremy's been playing golf longer than that. I think he's been playing golf since 2008.
I remember he was on my head like, cause I broke 90, and he was like, "You broke 90?" He was tripping off of it. But the thing with that though, during the pandemic, I was playing golf 3 times a week.
Oh,
I had a job where I had one. It was like it was a creative job where I
flexible.
was and yeah, very flexible. And I had like one like check-in meeting every week,
Mhm.
and I just have to. So I would go play golf, and I'd work at night. It was a pandemic. I ain't have shit to do, so I would go out where I could play golf, and then when I come in at night, I'd do all my work. I work in the morning and then go play golf, and then work at night. You know what I mean? So I might be working at like 11 at night, but
You was
I
practicing,
couldn't go nowhere. You know
right?
what I mean? So I was practicing. So yeah, that kind of like expedited my learning, me
Oh
learning the
yeah,
game.
he was
Yeah,
been playing for a long time. So I'm like, you can teach me up until a
he can
point.
definitely teach you. He can definitely teach you.
We're
Y'all gonna have some
upstairs
fun
right
too.
now, just like a golf simulation club, and that's
Where's it at? What's it called?
called Wired Golf,
I'm
and
not hip.
it's it's the I don't know, like the fake golf, the simulator. Yeah,
Yeah, is it?
and,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It should be like that. Yeah, yeah.
when they're really practicing their swing, but you can hit it hard and just kind of get comfortable with the clubs, and
Have you
then they
swung?
also
Have you hit
have
the ball at all?
like so you hit the
Have
ball.
you? You have to say, have you hit the ball at all?
Oh yeah. Then
Okay,
all this
cool,
time
man.
passes, you're not practicing. And then I go back and I'm back
Okay,
hitting it left, or right
right.
or whatever, it's like straight.
Are you
So
getting the ball off the ground?
he said we could go outside if I could get the ball in the air. So he's like, what's good is you got the ball in the air. So now they have the simulation of um like a three
Part three.
par three. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was
That's
cool.
get.
Nice little short game.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I got through that. Numbers were terrible, but it like
No, no, don't even worry
felt
about
like a
that.
game. But
Yeah.
just kind of like hitting it, like trying to do a course was I just go there to hit it. So now I think I should be outside.
Go outside
Yeah, yeah.
and just
We are.
just keep going and just keep going. You're gonna have fun because you're gonna be with him. You're gonna be
Yeah.
with Jeremy. So you're gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll be enjoyable. Like go to a part three. Maggie Hathaway is in Inglewood. Maggie Hathaway is a black woman, maybe the most prominent black person or
Maggie
person, period.
Hathaway.
Maggie Hathaway in golf. She is it what's it? It's not Jackie Joyner. Um who's
Hmm.
the sprinter that ran in during the time where Germany was during the Holocaust, I believe.
Oh, no, Lewis? Carlos?
I think it's called Carl Lewis. It's
Carl
like not
Lewis?
Carl Lewis, not Carl Lewis. No, that's somebody else.
That's
Carl Carl
you're asking me
Carl
about
Lewis is in the '90s. No, I'm sorry. But whoever that
what
sprinter
you
was, I
mean.
think it's his park. It's his park. And so
Oh,
she has a golf course at his park.
yeah, when he
Um,
ran in front of Hitler and Hitler got up and left. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, got mad because he was cracking everybody. You feel what I'm saying?
the
Anyway, you know what
superiority of
I'm talking.
eugenics
You
was
just
a wrap.
yeah. The math wasn't mathing no
Math
more.
was not mathing.
You
No,
feel me? And it ain't never math. You know
exactly.
what I mean? But
No,
anyway,
I'll look into that, and also too is like I just feel like golf, your brand, black coach. There's like some synergy. There's like a Venn diagram with
yeah.
all of it in LA. Because I think the thing with LA, which is great, and you know this from the Midwest,
Yeah.
Community is easy because it's in a walkable city or with a
Yes. Yes. Yes.
reliable transit. And you get all
Yeah.
this community in Detroit or St. Louis and Chicago because when there's a thing, everybody's at the festival. If
Everybody at that thing. You
Chicago,
feel me?
everybody's at the Taste of Chicago.
Yeah.
But here it's like, are you going to go to that thing? Well, how far is the drive? Blah, 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 blah. You know, it's all about like how many miles away legitimately is it? And then you
Right.
end up staying inside or you just staying in your hood. And I think
Yeah.
there's like, I just want to see all the Black people together doing their thing, playing the golf, like you said. Like the community part is what I crave because I was used to growing up in that. In Chicago and LA,
So
you gotta
hell
find
yeah.
to
Hell
find
yeah.
it, you know. And
Chicago black as hell. St. Louis is like 48% black. You feel
right,
me?
similar
So
Chicago.
like coming here where it's 8% black,
It
this
feels
feels like
blacker.
it feels like it should. It feels blacker on television until you get out here. Like, where the black people at?
Eight,
You know what I mean?
I literally
And
look. It's my 15th year, and I finally, I feel like I know, but it
I
takes
got my friends, but you
it.
gotta go. You gotta build your own community out here.
It
You know what I
takes
mean? Like,
so much, especially if you
yeah.
don't want to be in entertainment. I feel like you can go kind of either way because you're like a podcast. You know, you have some influence online, but you're not like in the Hollywood system.
Right, right,
And I
right,
feel
right.
like Black people are in the Hollywood system. Like I have a girlfriend; she's a red carpet interviewer. Shout out
Mm-hmm.
to you, Tasha Fore, doing her thing, and she's
Wow.
kind of in that world, and that's her world. But like,
Yeah.
if you're not in entertainment, Black entertainment, it's like we're just the regular. Where's the working class,
That's why I be
normal,
wondering where the regular black folks at. They
regular?
everywhere in St. Louis. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
went from St. Louis to Atlanta to here. So it was
Okay.
like black, blackity black. Where the
Blue,
black people at?
blue, black, 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 black. I'm not mad at it. Listen,
Yeah, yeah.
we trying to have the best life possible.
For sure.
After them sacrifices, we trying to be up.
You
But
hear what I'm saying?
I'm not. I can't change people's attitudes down south,
You know what I'm
unfortunately.
saying? You know
I'm
what I'm saying? I
good.
just want to be around people, you know what I'm saying, like-minded people. And it's just, it is what it is. But I just feel like yeah, here it's kind of interesting. But I've met some really cool people. I know people talk about LA is like Hollywood and all that stuff. I'm like, you just around the wrong folks. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
the people who are from LA that I've met, they feel like us. You know what I mean? Like that, but like I think it's a lot of people that move here and then try to bring that Hollywood shit. Like I went to one event, a black event at what used to be the Underground Museum, which I love the Underground Museum. They actually have these great
Love that
events.
place.
It was oh man, I used to
There's
the
a Noah
Fridays.
at the Hammer right now.
There's a what?
It's his name is Noah, the artist that would be at the Underground Museum all the time. Anyway, the artist is at the Hammer, like right
Oh,
there.
I need to tap in. I might go there
Yeah,
tomorrow, keeping it a
yeah,
bean. You feel me?
yes,
But
yeah. But yeah, that place
but
was great.
it was so great. But they had an event there at that space recently. And the event was cool enough, but like the dress code was elevated cookout. And I'm
And
like,
I don't
what does
even
that
know
even
what that
mean?
means. Like,
What do you
like a
mean? It's just
no
such a
caps, no Tims, no saggy pants.
right, right. It's like, yeah, it's like you elevated cookout, like why like that. First of all, you just doing too much, and that's like you just trying to make something normal bougie. Like it doesn't got to be that way. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It could be.
And
It's
I
a
like
big
cool
comment
events. I dress
bar.
up. You know what I mean? Yeah, come and yeah, but this could be like yeah. I mean, like I don't. I just feel like that's how I am. That's how I like places where I can wear my sneakers, do my little. You know what I mean? I'll throw some loafers on. It's all cool. I like to get fresh, all that. But
No, I
yeah,
need
I just feel
to wear
like
sneakers
it's a
too.
people that are from. You said what?
I'm bougie and I still want to wear my fucking sneakers.
For
Like
sure, for
I'm
sure,
gonna
for
be on my
sure.
this is LA, as casual, as laid back. Let us wear our cozy
Yeah.
shit.
But like you could be bougie and still be cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is sometimes people trying to do too much and make it feel like they think LA is. And I'm like, people from LA, it ain't all the way like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
yeah, like people I know from LA cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
and
weren't denied at
chill,
the door,
regular.
were you, or did you just
You said what?
were you denied at the door? Did you go and wear what you
I
wanted?
just I wore a jersey, some camo pants, and a and some J's or something like some Air Max, something like. And they
Right.
let me in. They ain't say nothing. Like elevated cookout. That's so what like vague. Like I don't know what I'm. You know what I'm saying?
It
What
was
you gonna tell me? This is
confusing.
elevated cookout for me because cookout gear for me is some basketball shorts, a t-shirt, and some slides. Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's cookout is
Unless I'm at the home.
casual, but what is
Yeah.
the so garden party? I mean, when I think about outside, I'm like,
I think like there was a lot of linen,
okay,
a lot
like
of linen,
giving like
and
what are those cruises?
uncle.
Older
Yep,
black
yep, yep.
people
Carnival, giving carnival.
giving
It gave. I didn't even
carnival
think of it like that, but
cruise.
it gave carnival. Yes, they just said it. They just should have said that cruise wear. That's what they should have said. You know what I mean? Lot of yeah, yeah. It was very carnivalish, and I'm not even tripping off of it. Like it's just like you just taking. Don't ever say elevator cookout. Those are things that
That's
are like
not a
almost
thing.
contradictory. You know what I mean?
It's not a like Civil
So
War. It's just not a thing. Like stop.
right,
Like no, no.
right, right,
Well,
right.
listen, I'm so excited about it and getting into golf. This is all like going to be fun for me because I don't know anything about it. So, there's no
For
mistake
sure,
to be made. But
for sure.
first, at least I'm going to have my outfits together, elevated cookout, not fuck that. But I'm excited for the next drop. Tell people how to. You have many ways to keep up with you. So, do you want
Yeah.
people to like go to the podcast or absorb it all, or go to 12 on Mondays?
Yeah. I
How
mean,
do
you can
people stay
follow me
tuned?
on LaJethroJenkins at on Instagram, and I have all the stuff out there. I don't be on Twitter like that no more. But you could yeah. I always post stuff that I'm sharing on Instagram, so that's probably the best way to see what's going on. And 12 on Mondays. Follow Instagram on 12 on Mondays. So that's probably the best way to kind of keep up what's going on. But yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
Jenkins and Jones will be on. I post all the stuff that we do on
yeah.
there as well. So yeah, man, that's the best way to keep up with us.
John, this was a great convo, and I knew
We need
you
to do this again. Get together with Jeremy.
were.
You feel me?
We could touch on another topic, but
What
listen,
you got? Go ahead. Go ahead. What's the other
golf
topic? What's
doesn't
like?
have to be pretentious, is what I want to say. Get into
Yeah,
it.
for
Don't be
sure.
afraid. Go out there, mess up, make all the mistakes, like you said. Drop another ball. It's not a
Yeah.
big deal. But yeah, I probably have ideas around some of the topics from your podcast when I catch up on it. But this is
Okay.
a great conversation, and keep doing what you're doing. And I want my
Thank
dress.
you. Okay. We go. I was when we make the joint. I'll send you I'll send both of y'all a gift package. You can do
Okay.
what you want with
Okay.
it.
All right. All
For
right.
sure. Hold me to that. Hold me to that. I'm
I
dead serious.
am.
Okay.
I'm the fashion person. I'm looking for
Okay.
all the black stylish stuff
There we go.
constantly. It's
There
like
we go. There we
that's
go.
what the wheels going around your head, Forest Park.
Uh-huh.
Me, it's just brands, fashion, blackness,
Yeah,
women,
yeah. Yeah.
fashion, culture. It's just a hamster in there
Yeah,
with black brands on it.
for
So
sure.
I will.
Maybe when I do the drop, we could jump on here again and we could talk through the drop. Is that cool?
Oh yeah, I'll be. This is it because I have it.
Okay, for sure. Let's do
I'll
it. Let's
wear
do
it.
it. Let's
I'll have
talk
it.
through it.
All that good shit. But I
Let's do it.
so much. Don't stop. Take your time. No
For sure.
startup overlord.
Yeah, yeah, none of
And
that. None of that.
like I always say, until next time, everyone. Peace.
Thank you.